The first one is the strategy. This is like how to approach and determine a niche, find like the target group, find like what they're into, whether they're active or whether they're slobs. What's happening, yo? Okay, so today I'm going to be designing a logo. I've been tasked with designing a logo, which is basically a streetwear brand targeting ages of 15 to 25 years old or older. So I am tasked with developing a brand identity for this particular company. So in this video, I'm just going to show you the processes which I go through. I'm going to show you like there's like about 4 processes which I go through. The first one is the strategy. This is like how to approach and determine a niche, find like the target group, find like what they're into, whether they're active or whether they're slobs, just to determine what the logo is going to look like. Here we also determine whether you're targeting males or females. There's a bunch of stuff that goes into the strategy. I'm going to get into it more later. Then there's the inspiration, where I get my inspiration, which is basically source imagery online that inspires the development of the logo. Creating a mood board and handing it to the client just to give them a direction, just to develop an art direction for the logo. And then this mood board also, like, there's a few elements that go into the mood board. You have like textures, fonts, colors, and different kinds of imagery to inspire the design. Then after the design has been approved, we're going to design our own. After the inspiration and everything is gathered and a direction has been approved, we design the logo. This is where we determine whether we use a logo type or just a symbol, or how the logo is going to look. And then after that's done with, then we're going to put the logo into action, like kind of have like a presentation, which will be like applying it to a mock-up, say like a bunch of t-shirts or a bunch of hoodies, or just to present it and put it into action. So that's the basis for the video really. Alright, so this is how the design process looks like. Comprises of 4 components: the strategy, the design, inspiration, designing the brand, and then eventually presenting the brand. The strategy bit comprises of determining the target audience, their interests, the design, making sure it appeals to male and female, and then the goal of the brand, which is to get it into retail stores and then eventually online for more reach, as well as sell the brand to whom it appeals to. And so design inspiration is mainly derived from online imagery from websites such as Pinterest. You can go on Pinterest and get all sorts of imagery pertaining to your project, and then you create a mood board. And in this case, my mood board will have like streetwear imagery, textures, and fonts, as well as different colors. And then afterwards, I get it approved, and then we're ready to design. Now, I just want to take you through the process of acquiring inspiration, like deriving inspiration online. So basically, I start by going to Pinterest. Pinterest is a resourceful site. It's like it enables one to get like lots of ideas and like get lots of looks. In fact, source imagery for whatever project you're doing. Like if it's a design project, you're bound to get some inspiration from here. Like I come and then I like start picking out different imagery and style I see that might inspire the development of like this brand, and also as well as the imagery that I'm going to use on like some of the apparel that I'll be branding. or like some of the apparel that like this the logo is going to be applied on. So now I just go into the search bar and like type out something like street fashion or street style, and then this brings up a bunch of interesting stuff. Brings up some of the stuff is a bit too interesting, but I just go like for like the different colors and different textures and like the different looks that I may like, and I just drag them all into my Adobe Illustrator, because this is the program that I use to design logos. Like I use this program for any kind of vector graphic that I have to do, anything from cartography to basically anything I have to do. I use this program. Vector based, I use this program, Adobe Illustrator. So there's some very interesting looks I see here. Let's try out streetwear. These also are some nice looks. Anyway, this is where it all begins. Since now the inspiration is established, okay, here to Adobe Illustrator. Now start making like a mood board. Like this, you just use all this imagery to come up with a mood board, something like this basically. Which now has like all the this now you have like different textures as well as different fonts and like different colors. You have to touch on like a number of elements in order to like get something wholesome that you can be like, okay, you present this to the client, and then they make a choice, like just to be able to have a direction, you know. But this is the mood boards. So this is one and this is the other one. But then I just ended up making one whole one. You can give as many as 3 mood boards to the client, because some clients can really be fussy. They can be, so it's better you like from the onset kind of give them a direction which they can be like, yeah, this is what I want. Because there's times they're very precise and know what they want, and then there's other times that they can be a nuisance, so to speak. Pardon, I'm not trying to be weird, but they can be a nuisance and not know what they want. So giving them a mood board kind of gives them ideas and direction and say, this is what I like. So the mood board has like different imagery like this. I like very simple, minimal, and I like this font. It's like square, crisp edges, and there's impact, as well as this one, sans serif. I think for this logo I don't know, I just like the sans serif. Like with regards to color, I like the green. I also like this the contrast of the black and white. I like the contrast of the black and white. I also like these bits of textures that may apply to some of the apparel, just to identify with the brand, just this ethnic design. It's very simple, very nice. I also like this I like this little bit of text that says "stay weird," because it's like it's okay not to conform, because the brand anti-socialite is basically someone that's besides the norm, you know. They like individual, you know. It's like individualism to an extent, you know. And being antisocial isn't necessarily negative all the time, you know. I don't think it's negative actually. It's like fighting alone, you know. taking on things by yourself, like deriving energy from within. It's basically counting on yourself, which is not such a bad thing, because like when you fight alone, you become stronger. So like being an individual is actually a good thing. So this brand antisocial like kind of promotes relying on yourself, being self-reliant, being able to take on things by yourself, being a leader, because if you're self-reliant, then gradually people look up to you, which is not I don't think that's the aim of being an individual. Being an individual is just to be able to count on yourself. Can't always count on other people because they let you down enough times. More than 50% of the time you will be let down by someone you counted on. Anyways, that's besides the point. So after this, the mood board is presented to the client, and then they approve it, and then we have a direction. And then we can begin the process of designing the logo. Okay, so a brief description of the design process for the logo. We source the fonts and apply a process of elimination to pick a font, then modify it and customize it, and then create a logo mark. That's just the basis of designing the logo. So let's get to it. In developing a logo type, we collect a number of fonts, start the process of elimination, see what we like and what we don't like, and then do some experimental customization. Okay, it's do some customization because it's not experimental. You pick out the font you like. You can mix them up because you can use more than one font. Using it gives it a different makes it interesting. So I picked up a couple of fonts online, and then I decided to experiment with them and play around with them a bit, and this is what I got. So this here we now start a brutal process of elimination, because there's I only need one font that's gonna stand out, and there's around 7 or more here. So I'm gonna start by deleting the ones which I do not like. This one's way too busy. It's super busy, man. That's gotta go. This is nice. I like this. This one, it's also nice, but man, I think I'm not liking the italic fonts too much. I like this as well, but then it's got a shadow, which I'll pass on that one. That's got to go. This is nice. It's got impact. It's there, but it's a bit too playful. So it's got to go. I like this one a lot. Just don't like the E at the end. I might just use this E on this one. So then this is got to go. Italic. That's gone. So playing around with the fonts a bit, this came out because you create outlines. You just come here to type, and normally it's highlighted. Here you go, type, you create outlines such that you can start messing with it. Let me just show. Create outlines so you can start messing with the font, increase size and just to make it your own, use the pencil tool to do all sorts of to manipulate the font and customize it and have your own font. See, so this has got to go as well. I don't like it. So after playing around a bit with all these fonts, this seemed interesting, but had to go. Eventually I incorporated this symbol. It's an Andikra symbol. It's of West African origin, Ghanaian. I think it's Ghanaian. This is a symbol here. It's a symbol of royalty, but I think it represents charisma as well as leadership. So just to give the logo its own uniqueness, I just decided to incorporate incorporate the symbol as well as give it some impact. And this little bit is gonna act as our logo mark gradually, because it's easily recognizable, and it's important to have a logo mark so you can be able to apply it, like to represent the logo in condensed spaces. Like if there's not enough landscape orientation to put in a full logo, you can just put in the logo mark, which is easily recognizable, as well as giving the brand more reach. You can just present the logo mark and the impact is there. So this is how the final logo looks. And here it is with, I don't think this is important as yet, anti-social light apparel. I think we can do away with it for now, but it may come in gradually. But then this is the logo represented as well as the logo mark. So you notice that most of the design is done in black and white. This is just to be able to be able to use the logo as a single color, and it should be able to work in black and white before you can apply like different color and determine which color is preferred for the logo. It should be able to work in black and white because it's simple, the contrast is there, and you're able to pick out like which parts you can manipulate, and there's not too many distractions with the color and also with this one is able to see that, okay, logo and logo type, as well as the thing should be able to work vice versa, as in like white logo on a black background. So after all this is determined, now start to mess around with color, as well as like invert it on instances, like give the logo a darker color than the background, as well as a light color than the background, just to invert it to make sure like it works and is applicable to many instances. So here, like the different colors that will apply is like very simple, just keeping it basic, like single colors like this pink on red. And then here we trying to keep in mind like it's not like we're not trying to make it gender specific, like make it female or what, so we give a variety of colors that can be appreciated by both male and female. Like I personally like this one. I like this one a lot, like the blues, like dark blue and like the lighter blue. I like this color. I think there's a name for this color. No, it's not turquoise. There's a name for it, but yeah, this might be turquoise, this lower one. But then the idea is to like see how it works on different backgrounds and like which colors is best. But I like this one, this blue. I like this one. Anyway, so basically that's the development of the logo and the logo mark. You can present a number of logos to the client, but you might just confuse them. But anyways, this is our logo and this is what we're going with. Now we're going to figure out we're going to apply it to like mock-ups and different apparel to see how it works. Alright, on to the next one. Okay, for the last part of this process, we're presenting the logo. We're just going to source mock-ups like t-shirts, tracksuits, jackets, and apply the logo to these different mock-ups just to see how it looks and how it feels when you start branding. It's kind of like the same process, You can get like there's like certain websites out there that give you like mock-ups which will even be like motion mock-ups and like more very realistic. I can't really mention them here because it benefits me in no way whatsoever to do so. It just benefits them. Anyways, I won't do that. So I'm just gonna go to Pinterest. I do mention Pinterest, but that's for everyone's benefit. Anyways, I come to Pinterest as well, and like I get different mock-ups, like hoodie mock-ups. You can get like different stuff. Like you can just type in t-shirt mock-ups, or t-shirt mock-ups. So you can get like a variety of different mock-ups, like for anything you want: t-shirts, hoodies, tracksuit pants. So I just come here and get all the mock-ups I need. I like lay them out on the boards, and then I start applying the logo to them, like these. So you can just to get an idea of how it's gonna look, and to see how it looks like. See, you can have like a variety and have an idea of which colors work on what, and like how you want this to look. Oh man, there's so much. So anyways, these are just some of the mock-ups, like on the like ladies ladies gym gear, shorts, like different hoodies, like just to get a feel of what the brand ends up, chances of how it's gonna look. You have like shorts, like with the different textures and what that you could apply to represent antisocial life. You have like how it's gonna look on t-shirts, on hoodies, the different colors you can apply, and like different elements that were in the mood board, just to be able to have like a decent look of what the logo is gonna look like. And like this like simple, but it kind of helps give a decent presentation of where the logo is headed, and like the different things that one can do with it, and also to make sure like it's compatible to like different bits of apparel, and like different ways in which to represent it. So basically this is like the logo in action. This is how far it's come. So this is basically how the logo has developed and represented for this streetwear brand, and like different ideas in which it can be applied. So that's it. It's like what time? It's like almost 5 in the morning. Check it out. 4:25. But it's been fun. Like this process has been interesting for me. Just to share with you like how like the logo comes about, the different processes, which was the initial one was like the strategy, like determining the target audience, like the age group, the vibrant bunch, active, and then came like the inspiration, coming up with a mood board for approval. Then came the actual creation of the brand, developing the logo and a logo mark. Then came the presentation of the brand. So that's basically all the 4 components of this process, and that's like one, I think, of many approaches. But this approach takes me it helps me develop like the logo, instead of just like copying and pasting something. You're able to like kind of think through the process and gradually come up with something that's unique, and something that's probably not out there. So thanks for coming along with me for this. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope like you learned something from the process.